Welcome. Studio125 Multimedia Complex. This is your local artist highlight. I'm your host, J.R. King. I'm honored to sit here today with our highlighted guest. He's a soul singer, a poet, a producer, a writer, a visual artist, a father. Studio125 welcomes the Renaissance man himself, Big Steve.
Yeah.
How you doing today, brother?
How we doing, man? Good to be here. Good to be here.
First of all, congratulations on all your accomplishments thus far, man.
Appreciate it.
I got a brief breakdown of what you've been through recently. You're amazing. Let's start out by saying that the thing that you went through, we're going to get into, man, you're inspiration to a lot of people. So I want to start out by who is the guy behind the music and the arts? Who is Big Steve?
Well, Big Steve is, I'm just an average dude, man. And I come up from humble beginnings, man. I born and raised in Greenville, South Carolina. My father, he's from Greenville as well, and he worked for the telephone company for almost 40 years, man. He instilled in me and my brother just discipline and value and just love for God and just awesome, man. A very strong figure in my life, man. He was also a poet, and he did speeches, man, and stuff like that. Awesome writer, man. Very charismatic and very, very pungent in the community. Everybody looked up to him. So I always tackle things in the perspective of what Pops would do on stuff.
Okay.
And Mom, she was a homemaker, but she also worked. Growing up, she was an accountant for Monsanto for 16 years, man. She drew. She was an artist and did portraits and all that. And of course, I draw and do spoken word as well. So I kind of am a mixture of both of these strong figures. And we grew up listening to music, man, from Motown. Mama had me listen to classical music, bop, and even country music and stuff like that, and singing. So I'm a mixture of all that, man. But like I say, man, that's just a brief start from there. But growing up, man, in my house, man, it was just about discipline, but we had good times and stuff like that, and it was very creative. And I was always into the arts, man. When I was in high school, I used to walk around Woodmont High School with pads under my arm with drawings where I just drew for hours and stuff. And I always wanted to be an artist, and that love for music. And I grew up, man, starting out, doing hip hop, singing hooks and spoken word, and started out in a group called the Elements, man, where it was me and Gerald Thompson and Nate Love and Kente Young, and we started out, and I was helped singing hooks and doing spoken word in the group. And this was like late 90s and stuff like that. And we did well, man, but group didn't last. We disbanded. Then we formed another group called the Elements, where a lot of people knew around Greenville. We still got videos on YouTube. You can go and check it out, the Elements. And I guess, I was still like the poet, and I did a lot of the spoken word and singing the hooks and stuff. And when we did shows, people starting to watch us and look at us. But again, we broke up because of creative differences and stuff, and we disbanded, man. And in the midst of all that, man, time started lapsing. People kind of went their own separate ways, but I was still stuck with this dream. And I got to the point where life started catching up to me, and I went through a depression. I went through a bad divorce, and I went through a period where I had got lost, started drinking a lot, and I was raising kids on my own due to other situations, and I was just trying to be there. But at the same time, I was created to do art and music, and I wasn't able to do it. Working 7 days a week, sometimes you're doing 12 hours a day and stuff. Started eating bad. I went from weighing like 250 of muscle going up to 480 pounds almost. To the point, it got to the point where my health got bad. I developed sleep apnea to a point where I was cutting off 60 times a minute, he said. And my heart would stop. It would fluctuate. And the only thing that kept me going, man, at this point, because I wasn't doing art and music, that's what keeps me vibrant. is my kids. I was thinking about that. So I got to stay alive and make sure these kids make it through. But I remember one day walking across the parking lot at work, and one of my coworkers looking at me and said, "Man, you all right?" I said, "Yeah, but I wasn't all right. I just have to stop and catch my break. I would feel my heart jump."
Mm.
And I was at the traffic light one day getting some food for the kids, and I went and I ordered the food, but I fell asleep at the wheel.
Mm.
And the only thing that kept me from driving out in traffic, my foot got lodged between the console. And the lady knocked at the door and the window, and she said, "You all right, sir?" And I woke up, but if my foot had slipped, I would have drove out in traffic.
Right.
I say this just to make a point that you can lose track in life. You can get off focus.
Right.
And you can find yourself in a place that you don't recognize.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're not doing your design, people tend to do that swift.
Right.
Never give up on you. Never give up on your dreams. At that point, I had given up. I was in a relationship, and then last, I wasn't totally happy because I didn't feel complete because I wasn't doing my design.
Right.
I do it every day now. I feel contentment because this is who I am.
Mm-hmm.
And the people that are around me now, they encourage it. And it's just like when I play football, you amp me up, I'm gonna run, I'm gonna block for you.
Okay.
And I didn't have that before. People were pulling at me, just like the painting that I showed. It was just like everybody seemed like they was in my circle. They was for alternative motives,
Right.
instead of just being there, say, "Hey, we're gonna do this and do that,"
Right.
and everything. But long story short,
Uh-huh.
but it is, this is kind of stretching. But I ended up in the hospital. I contracted COVID at 480 pounds, high blood pressure, hypertension, along with the stress, you know what I'm saying, cholesterol issues. I was on a CPAP. And I ended up having to go to the hospital, and they sent me home with an oxygen tank. They didn't do it correctly. And they told me, call your doctor in the morning. Well, I didn't make it to that morning. I ended up collapsing. And, my oxygen dropped down to 60%. 50, you gone.
Mm-hmm.
And my kids and all us, I was in the floor and stuff. And we had called the ambulance, and they rushed me back to the hospital. And I was in there, man. And on the second day, the doctor came in there and said, "How you think you're doing, Mr. Lewis?" I said, "I'm all right, man. I just need to get my breath. Go home." He said, "You're not going home anytime soon." He said, "Man, you ain't doing good at all." I said, "What you mean?" He said, "If I pull that tube out the wall," he said, "you would die within 2 minutes." He said, "We can't keep your oxygen level up." He said, "We're going to have to take x-rays of your lungs and your legs." He said, "You might have blood clots." He said, "I'm gonna be honest with you." He said, "I believe you're gonna die." He said, I don't think I can keep you alive." He's seen so much death that he was about to have a breakdown. And he said, "I'm doing everything I can to keep you alive, but you need to call somebody." I said, "You probably I don't think you're gonna make it. I'm just gonna be honest." I said, "Man," I said, "I'm not dying in here." I said, "I got kids, man." I said, "I understand that." He said, "But it's just the reality of it." And everything was just going through my mind at once. But one thing that went through my mind is my kids. And I told him, I said, "Man, you're not God. I'm not dying in here."
That's right.
But everybody was dying around me. People outside, along the tables and along the desks, they were expired. I was surrounded by death. They thought I was gonna die. They didn't even push no wash rag or not even soap in my room because they didn't think I was gonna live another day.
Mm.
But when he left out of that room, man, I immediately started praying. People asked me, "Steve, how do you believe in this God, or what God, or who God, and who do you serve?" I know God because God was there with me.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't let that man talk me out of my life. I took it to God.
Mm-hmm.
Next morning, early that morning, about 5 o'clock, my brother called me. He said, "Man, let's pray." And we prayed, man. I prayed for life. I prayed for success. I prayed for my kids and my family. I said, even more so, take the things away from me of iniquity, the things that's causing me harm, the people that's pulling on me, the things that's causing me to put myself in a state of unhealthiness.
Mm-hmm.
I lived.
That's right.
Week went by, week and a half. I came out the hospital, but when I came out with a renewing of my mind and a renewing of where I wanted to be. But the thing was that prayer. Be careful what you pray for. Don't be. I mean, just be aware. Everybody left. When I was in the hospital, the only people that got in touch with me on a consistent basis were friend Daryl Bird and my man Gerald out of Augusta, Gerald Wilson, and my mom and my daddy. and the kids, and there may be a couple other people I'm consistent. I felt sincerity out of them calling me, but all the other people, I had so many people around me, they only call me maybe once, twice. You don't hear from them no more. I was out of work for almost 2 months. Money was running low and everything else. People gone, man. In the end, when you in your deathbed or you in a destitute position, you will find out who really for you.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when you pray for something, be ready for him to answer. Mm-hmm. So I got out of there. I started working out. They didn't expect me to recover that quick. But the Lord, mind, body, and spirit, when I tap in, I tap in. I went from weighing 480 pounds down to about 350 now. But, you know, it's more solid. I still got a ways to go, but he's delivering me from a lot of that. Right. And my health is a lot better. 2 weeks later after that, I shot a music video. And when I shot that video, we posted it. And Stanley Toole from the radio station back home, he saw it and he called me. He said, "Big Steve, what's going on?" I said, "I'm doing good, man." He said, "I want you to call this number. Call this guy right here." And it was Lang McCockey. I said, "Who this, man?" He said, he said, don't sleep on this call." So I showed him his stuff. And I called that number, and it was Lang. He was like, "What's up, man?" And Everything Entertainment. He said, "Man, I got this business called Everything Entertainment." He said, "Man, I seen your stuff. It looked good." He said, "We need to link up." And he came by to the house, and he looked around and said, "Man, where you been?" I said, "Where all this artwork and all this?" I said, "Man, I've been here for 20 years. And that's another thing. Message. You know what I'm saying? Your timing ain't God time. Never stop, man. Just cause you ain't there yet don't mean you ain't gonna get there. I got over about 500 songs at home on drives and stuff. I could drop a song every day if I wanted to. And I say out of that 500, probably about 499 of them are hits. That's how I believe in it. But it's just like Lord was building me to this moment. That's right. You know what I'm saying? Even with the artwork all over the walls and stuff. To this moment, people ain't seen it, so it's new to the people still. And Lang, he was just like, "It's your season, man." He said, "This ain't by chance." He said, I know some people." He was calling people. He called Lil G. He called Lil G up, man, from Silk and stuff, and he on the phone talking to a whole array of people. I'm like, "Look, man, this is amazing, man." He said, "Man, I said, I've been praying about, an opportunity to get like this in this position." He said, "Man, we just got to put together some stuff." I said, "Well, it's coming." And so from that day, man, we've been hustling and grinding. And we got videos out there on YouTube, man, Big Steve Radio. And you can also find me on Instagram, Big Steve Radio there, and Big Steve _ artworks, where you can find artwork if you want to get some artwork or contract some artwork. I'm here for you. This is what I was created to do. Right. And stuff like that. And I'm gonna walk in my genius. I encourage other people to walk in theirs and stuff. Live for your design, not somebody else's. Live for your walk. Don't walk for somebody else. Cause it's just like it's like steps on the ladder, man. Each one of us has a role and position to do, man. And I appreciate the opportunity to meet you. Appreciate the chance to be here. It's a blessing, man. And we got more stuff to come, man. Everything Entertainment, y'all watch out for that, man. Big Brother Lane, he doing some great things. We got stuff coming up this year and stuff with shows and opportunity, from catering to movies to even just performances and a whole array of stuff. And Yolanda King Johnson, she's part of the camp now. She working in design, and I call her sis, man. She's awesome to have seminars and stuff on training people how to think. And she tapped into me. It sounds like, man, train people how to think, man. You need to listen to this woman, cause she powerful. When she broke that thing down to me, people actually think in the wrong way. And when you prioritize your thought process, all this frivolous and excess mistakes you make, you be surprised. You won't even go through the obstacles, a lot of them that you're going through. So we have to condition ourselves, reposition ourselves, and actually sort of. I'm 44 years old, but it still ain't too late, baby. I still feel good. I still give you about 450 pounds on the bench press and squat about 650 and stuff. I probably run about a 5'5" with these bad knees, but I'm telling you, man, I feel good about it. Good about it, man. I thank God. Thank God for my kids, man. Being a single father, raising children, man, And I tell you, these mothers are angels and stuff. I had to look at them and say, boy, who y'all come from sometimes? Because I know how I was. But it's just a blessing, man. And I'm operating under a new anointing with this. If I can help somebody, it ain't about getting rich. It ain't about glory, because God gonna get the glory. It's about doing what you designed to do, man. To draw people. I want to instill joy, love, and peace in everybody, man. It's through paint, singing, doing poetry, or whatever. And I know I said a mouthful, man, but hey, man, it's been a long time coming. It's been like I've been locked up, boy.
Hey,
so hey,
hey, brother, I'm
gotta
sitting
let
back
loose.
here. I am enjoying this. I ain't gonna lie, you done answered 80% of my questions already. Everything that I've had prepared for a question, you ran through it. But it's all good, man. That's a hell of a testimony.
Man, yeah, feel good, man.
Hell of a testimony. I just love the fact that you say you felt like your breakthrough came when you had COVID and you asked God, man, just remove the people that doesn't deserve to be in my life. Just remove that. And he did it for you. But you say just be careful. And then after he removed them, you feel like the breakthrough came. Talk about that a little bit for me.
Well, it's just like this, man. I mean, it ain't. I honestly, man, everybody, and even myself, man, you're not the same person you are when you were 15 or 12 or whatever, or a baby, to when you were 19, 20, 30, on up to your 50s and 60s. We go through different stages. And some people, they may be in different states of mind or different energies. And where they are, that energy can pull on you. You got to make sure you're around people that's equally yoked. Because if you're not grounded and if you don't have God in you, then people can pull your energy into a place that you don't need to be. You know what I'm saying? And basically, I don't believe in bad people. People make bad choices. And you entertain bad energies and stuff like that. So one person may be striving or working to get here, and the other person, they might be on the self-indulgence things and pulling here. But instead of working together, you just pull each other apart. So sometimes you have to distance yourself, pray about it and just remove yourself from those energies so you can see exactly where you need to be. Because as much as I want to do, as much as I love JR as a brother, if JR hell bent on jumping off that cliff, I don't care if I'm pulling on you with all 500 pounds. After a while, man, I'm going to wear out. And so I had some people around me, their mindset wasn't mine. And I'm constantly pulling or trying to get people to do stuff that's nowhere near their capability. And after a while, I got so depressed and so wore out. I said, the hell with it. And it just started pulling me down. I started following what they was doing. And then I sit up one day and I'm here drinking, doing. I said, what am I doing? I done went from being over here to got pulled all the way over here, man. And the Lord ain't gonna use me when I'm over here. You know what I'm saying? He said, man, you gotta stay right here. I ain't gonna touch you until you get back right here. But you know what I'm saying, you gotta watch. And Yolanda talked about this. You let your emotions get caught up. I let my emotions sway me from what's true. Spirit and truth, y'all. The truth will set you free for real. This is a table. You keep telling me this right here, that ain't a table. That right there is a wall or something like that. You know what I'm saying? When you know the truth is this is a table. So I know this is where I need to be, but because I have deep emotions for this person, this friend or whatever, I find myself getting pulled over there. So it went to certain individuals in certain situations were just taken away, and I could get back to, I need to get myself healthy first. I need to get back to my children. I need to redefine what am I trying to do. I need to reevaluate my mindset on things and stuff. Was when, okay, the Lord was saying, now you ready. We're gonna put some different things in your path now and see how you handle that. I'm not always all the way there. I make mistakes every day, like all of us. But it's just like lifting weights and stuff. You got to put 200 pounds on the ball first, bro, before you can get to 400. And then when I did 400, I said, let's try 450. Then he said, okay, 450, I'm repping that 10 times. Let's put 500 on there. But until you get past that 200, you can't touch that 400 right there.
Step at a time.
That's how life is.
That's it.
And my man Lane said, man, I'm doing it on God's turn. He said, man, let's do this. No, I'm gonna wait on him, man. We got to do things in order, man. We got to wait on him. Because when you rush something, man, you rush it, you miss the fine details and you mess stuff up, man. People got to realize that. And a lot of people we deal with, they act in haste. Haste does make waste. You got it.
Haste does make waste.
yeah, it's just like drawing, man. When I draw these pictures, man, the detail wins over all. Your detail is what makes your pictures.
That's right.
So it's just like life. It what captures the creativity about life and everything. Taking your time, put and catch all the detail and things and stuff. And I love everybody, man. I have nothing against nobody. And just you know, basically removing a lot from my circle, it makes me see things differently. Like I say, everybody just makes decisions based upon where they are, and some people are in different places in life. But for any business, anything, like me and Lang, we like best friends. I only known Lang, I don't know how many months, man, but we like brothers, man. We can talk about anything. We're equally yoked for us, just friendship wise, and the way we think.
Yeah.
So, and that makes the best teams.
It does.
When both of y'all see things the same and you can operate and maneuver linear in the same line instead of being all over the place and stuff. So, but I'm telling you, man, it gets better.
Yeah.
And I just want to encourage everybody that, man, just wherever you are in your life and stuff, and whoever you surround yourself by, evaluate that situation and see if you guys are operating in unison. So are y'all a team, or are y'all constantly clashing and pulling at each other? It might need to be a season of separation until you meditate and get yourself on one accord. Or not, man. It ain't. It's like gears, man. That thing ain't gonna synchronize and turn.
That's right.
You gonna strip the motors out of there, ain't you?
You can't go nowhere.
You gonna lock that motor up, ain't you, buddy? It can't go nowhere.
That's right.
That's it, man. But I'm just glad to be here, man.
Yeah, man. I'm glad to have you, man.
Yeah.
I believe you have to protect your energy.
Yeah.
And you can have bad people around you. And like you said, man, so I got this thing when I tell my kids, stop telling people your ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Now stop telling people your goals. Because I believe it's like the law of attraction. If I'm putting positive out there and I'm moving towards my goal, and I got 4 people that I told, and those 4 people, 3 of them are negative, and then there's 2 of us that's positive, well, they're gonna win. You see what I'm saying? Because the universe, God don't really, he don't look at the right or wrong of it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Whatever the strongest is, that's kind of what goes that way. So you have to protect yourself from those kind of people, especially people like the people that just call you when they're going through something bad and they want to drop their energy on you. I don't think that's fair. You see what I'm saying? I don't think, because they don't ask, okay, you okay today? Are you fine? I got something on my mind, but I want to make sure your mental is okay before I drop something heavy on you. They call and just drop it on you. And then when they finish, they feel better. But now you're going through something. They done drop all that stuff on you. And like you say, that leading to depression. And people never want to check on the strong ones. You're just supposed to be okay. But it's on us to protect our own self. You know what I'm saying? That's just kind of how you got to do it, man. So I believe in that 100%. And I also went through a season when I asked that. One of the scariest things is when you ask God for something and he started to show you. Right. Especially for the people you really care for. You know what I'm saying? When he started to reveal certain stuff, it hurt so bad. But then at the end of it, you be like, but why? You be like, remember you asked for this shit, right? You know what I'm saying? So those are things that are really beautiful, man. But I want to get into the music. You have an album, The Love Boat. Right. On this album right here, you produce all the tracks except one. Right. Get into that love.
Yeah.
The Love Boat album.
Oh man, it's an awesome body of work, man. It's been out there for a little minute, man. But like I said, I've been underground and behind the scenes, and at one point, man, and didn't know if I was gonna live to see another day up. But it came out, you know what I'm saying, last year. But you can find it on all social media platforms, man. And you can even go on YouTube and catch videos from the Love Boat on my own, you know what I'm saying, Big Steve Radio and everything. And you know, you can tap into me on Facebook, Patrick Lewis or Big Steve Radio there, and even Instagram, Big Steve Radio. But and again, it's on all social media platforms. But that album, it encompasses just good times, man, and joy. They categorize it as Southern soul music, and I say soul music. And when you listen to it, man, it has a lot of positive energy, good vibes, and feel good music. I have collaborations on there with Gerald Thompson, awesome a rapper and MC from Greenville, South Carolina, and Chris Madden, who's an awesome producer out of Greenville, South Carolina, and stuff like that. and he actually produced it's a track on there called Love Light. He did the production, the music behind that, and I wrote the lyrics, and the rest of it I actually did the instrumentation and the writings and stuff, and minus the collabs and stuff. But if you want to just have some music to play at a good old cookout or reunion or just a celebration, man, or just want to just have just peaceful time with yourself, man, pop that album in there. We got songs like Celebrate You on there and Hold Me. There's video for that and stuff like feel good music and everything. And Debt Free, which is it talks about the black woman and stuff like that. And it's just man, all I say is just check it out.
Check it out.
And you'll be surprised, man.
Right.
A lot of people I know it's gonna do some great things in their life on that.
Okay,
Mhm.
okay. But you have a new single called Groove With Me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's the latest Southern Soul project, and we releasing under the Everything Entertainment umbrella. It's called Groove With Me, and that video is airing now on YouTube. And man, it's just like some look at how soul type funk blues, man. You know, it's got horns, it's real big, and it's just like a dance track, man. If you love some good old gritty Southern soul type funk music or just soul music, man, check that out. Y'all would love it. It's on all social media platforms, man.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
That's right. That's right.
Mhm.
So you sent me, I want to get into your art because as much as I'm impressed by your music, I'm even more impressed by your art. So you say you've been drawing since you were 5 years old.
Oh yeah.
Right. So you sent me nine paintings. From one of Tyson, one of Kobe, Bob Marley, Chadwick Boseman. That's his name, Boseman.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I want to get into the paintings, but I want to start with the one behind us.
Yes, sir.
So when you sent me this painting, I immediately fell in love with it. Immediately.
Right.
So this painting behind me right here. On the left side, we have a man running, and he's in slavery. In the middle, you have the man running, but he's in the streets.
Right.
On the right side, you have the man running, but now he's locked up.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I immediately got the story behind it, but just take us into your mind when you're creating a piece like this.
Oh man, it's you know, man, I'm gonna tell you, man, I actually designed and drew that painting, man, years ago. I mean, I think, man, probably about 15. It's been a while. Back when I was in my hibernation period, like I say, going through a series of just being locked in the house, just drawing and stuff. But it was just like, even at that time, wait, it might have been longer than that. And it shows you that the energy behind that painting is a continuum. Because I was thinking about what our parents and ancestors went through, as well as what we still going through today.
That's right.
And still going through. And that paint, that's how relative that is. It's still going on. And that painting is it's probably older than 15 years old. I have to look and see exactly, because I don't even know if I wrote it on there. I didn't write it on there in purpose. And you see how long it was gonna go on. But it's just like, you know, the energy behind what's happening is just like the cycle. And if we don't just try to rectify, you know, what's going on, it's going to continue to go on, man. We have to stand up physically, spiritually, and mentally against what's happening. The powers of be is causing that, because it's something wrong when our parents and our parents' parents and our parents' parents before then had that same thing going on, and then you look today and we still running in a different fashion, but it's still the same run. That went from being like a slave master type thing, if you want to call it that, to police brutality and stuff. And just the physical form, the uniform is consistent. It's just the only thing you swapping out is slave shackles for police chains and stuff like that.
That's right.
And the killing and all that. So I mean, all that was in my mind. I just sat down and just started sketching. And like I say, I lock in. When I sit down and start drawing, and my mind just go, and I tap in, I wake up the next morning from just drawing, then you get something like that. And then I just start refining, putting the detail in it, spending the time, like I say, and it just start coming to light. But everybody who sees that picture, they can resonate with it, because in some form or fashion, they've seen or experienced that same type of energy out that picture. And the sad thing about it is, it's an energy that's continuing. And I would like people to see that picture and say, man, we got to stop this. That's the whole design about it. I'm just the vessel.
That's right.
But I'm putting it into a visual arts theme. Now it's up to somebody to see and they'll pick it up and they'll be like, well, I'm gonna stop this in some kind of form or fashion. I can visually see it.
Yeah.
We operate by, sight, touch, smell, and stuff. You can see it.
Yeah.
It's a painting. You know what I'm saying? We need to pick up and try to do something about this so our kids can live a better situation than what we're going through.
That's right.
Yeah.
Most definitely right, man. A picture can be worth 1,000 words.
Exactly.
So, to me, I'm looking at this picture, and it's just like a speech to me. You know what I'm saying?
See?
I can hear what you were painting. You know what I'm saying? I can see it. I can hear it.
Man.
But you sent me one. There's a black guy sitting at the table.
And
he's eating, and around the tables, he's eating with a pig, a wolf, a rat, a bird, and a snake. Excuse me. Yeah. Can you please explain this to me? Because my wife and my brother, we sitting here looking at it. It was like, well, it means this, what it means that. Can you break that down for us?
Well, that's that's that picture right there is just like I call it Famine's feast. It's just like, you know what I'm saying, you starving, man. Are you really eating, or who's eating you? And it's just like, what it is. It was a picture of me sitting down, and I'm surrounded by animals. You know what I'm saying? And you had the pig, and you had the rat, you had the vulture, and the wolf. All of these things, some people have characteristics of them and stuff. They sneaking. Some of them, man, they slither. They thieves. Some of them are greedy. Some of them are conniving, and some of them are bullies and stuff like that. Some of them, they're like weasels. So it's just like, at one point in my life, I had a lot of people around me who had that same type of energy. And me, I'm a generous spirit to the point where it capsizes me. It's like, and sometimes I'm gullible. If I got $50, man, you probably get 49 out of it, man. You talk again, because it's just my heart like that. Right. And a lot of stuff that I was doing, Lord blessed me with a lot of abilities and stuff. And I was rationing, just like a lot of people was just pulling and eating off of me. But wasn't nobody really just feeding my energy when I needed that. So it's just, that picture, when I sat down and started drawing, what manifests on paper. It was just like, who's eating at your table? That was the question involved. And it's like, man, is my circle really just a circle that I need to be in? Or I'm out here eating amongst the animals? And at some point and stuff, you turn into an animal. Because what it is, it's just like going to prison or anything. You become your surroundings. And you are only as strong as you can be at a certain point. But everybody wants to live and survive. So if you're surrounded by animals and stuff, and they doing that to you after a while, you're going to end up acting like one of them damn animals. So at some point, it's just like, man, that picture, it taught me a lot about just looking at it. And it was crazy because I got to looking at it, and I could pick out certain people that act like each one of them characteristics.
Yes, sir.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Sometimes
Sometimes it's best to be by yourself. I'm going to be honest with you. Until you can figure out who's supposed to be with you, man.
You don't need to figure it out.
Yeah.
See, I think we don't supposed to figure that part
We don't.
out. You know what I'm saying? See,
well, I'm about to
people,
give you some demo.
Hey,
we ain't supposed to figure it out,
no,
though.
we're not. He's going to put them there.
That's it,
You know
man.
what I'm saying? As long as you living, like you say, live your truth,
Yeah.
live your purpose.
Right.
And then as long as you stay genuine to yourself and you believe in the Most High,
Yep.
He's going to place what you need. So the one thing I never worried. So back in the day, I used to worry a lot. Worry about bills. I used to worry about all this stuff. Well, what I learned now, only thing I need to do is go off the vision in my head. I got the gut feeling, my instinct, and I got this vision in my head. And what I do is I just focus on those. And then whatever path that takes me down, I'm cool with it.
Right.
And somebody asked me one time, what if you go down the wrong path? There's no such thing as the wrong path. He's going to take me here because it was something I had to learn to get me prepared for wherever I wanted to go.
Right.
He was taking me. So that's just kind of how I look at it. All right. With that being said, I want to get into your poetry.
Yeah, man. Well, I basically started out with poetry, man, and you know what I'm saying. I always been a fan of spoken word and stuff. Nicky Giovanni and Maya Angelou and Big Rube, of course, and Saul Williams. Gil Scott Heron, of course, man, and just man, poetry just speaks to me. My father was a poet and stuff, and Curtis Mayfield. I mean, we used to listen to all this stuff, and it's just Nina Simone's music, even following, even Billie Holiday, her stuff is poetic. But I got the writing and stuff back then, just off of pops and stuff. And me and a friend of mine, a dude named Medina Taylor, out of Greenville, we used to get together and write, man, and recite together. It wasn't too many places to go back then. It wasn't nowhere. We just sit in a room and just speak, or be outside and, what I'm saying, under the doggone street light, and just be spitting verses and just writing poetry and stuff. And it was real nurturing. And then they opened up a place downtown Greenville. Back then, it was a guy named Tony Mims. He started the foundation, or the beginning stages of the Coffee Underground. He was one of the original, I guess, mentors over starting that. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. And we used to go down there, and I was one of the guys in the first circle to be down there and spitting poetry on Sunday nights and during the week and stuff. I was in, I think, college then. I used to go down there and just live and breathe that. And I had a homeboy, I still got Kush, and call him Kush, Greg Roseman, a powerful poet out of Greenville. And he started opening up and started doing stuff, man. We used to travel to Atlanta and actually took some courses and stuff with legendary Robin Brown, who's the vocal coach for Usher, and Gladys Knight's niece, and Sierra and stuff. But she was honing in on us, trying to get us ready to step out there and do stuff, man. But poetry is very much a very good, strong part of my foundation, man. I think it's the foundation of writing good music and incorporating that into song or rap and stuff, man. It is very powerful. And even to this day, the Coffee Underground is ran by Moody Black now, and Kimberly Sims, and they do a good job down there now. And my homegirl, what I'm saying, I can't forget, you know what I'm saying, um, she Kimberly Sims, I like what she's doing down there. And what I'm saying, she's keeping it going. And like I say, it's very important that we keep that going, and that same type of energy and stuff like that. And so that the next generation can pick up on it and carry it forward. And my sister Kimmy, the goddess Tiaz, she's actually doing some amazing things too. And she's an awesome poet and singer as well. I can't forget about her and Nate Love. So I mean, this from years of doing this stuff. And if I forgot some people, I apologize, because I've been out of that loop for a while. But I still write and do stuff, man, on that poetic platform. You know what I'm saying? And stuff. Incorporate that in some of my CDs and music.
Right.
So, but yeah, we need to get back to that, actually.
We do.
Hey, we need to.
We do, man. We need that stuff on the radio.
Mhm.
Like they play all this BS Throat Baby and stuff like that,
Man,
man. You put some of this
boy.
good. I feel like if you stop putting the news on the TV every
Yeah.
day, every morning, and if you take the songs off the radio, it'll change a lot about who we are as a people.
Man, it would do a lot, man. I think I wrote something. Let's see. I profit no prophesy for money, no dollar signs. Words from every rhyme are inspired by my people dying. Black is the blackest crime, one future with many buying. Why are we killing one of a kind when your blood the same as mine? Continuously killing most people mentally, prison, selling drugs to children. The sight is still sickening. Lack of compassion, the feelings of America still slipping. You will wake up and take the world for what it is. Be responsible for the kills. Last week I heard this preacher preaching, deacon speak of evil in our street, and I grit my teeth and bear the heat because I know my flesh is weak. See, it's hard to seek salvation's peak some days when you belly in this beast where the innocent die. We wonder why we claim the reaper is the thief. But I know knowledge is the meat, and what we teach is what they eat. So if we don't feed, then hunger breeds and the feast becomes the weak. See, it's drugs and sex pollutes the sets of TVs in our nest. So many beautiful minds without any family ties destroy the young and restless. Seems like Babylon has re-arised through your cable and internet access. Be careful what you practice, my friend. Your actions are so attractive. Like towers of Babel, confusion is at us. When we speak of freedom, most people laugh at us because we still teach to condemn the righteous and uplift the blasphemous. Never thought I'd see the day the shackled feet have become so fashionless. Jail systems breaking up black communities, fueled by the oppression of drugs and poverty. Rehabilitation ain't none that I can see, with the scams to pay off government financial fees. Refusing to believe, here's the evidence you need. Look outside and tell me what you see. Black folks still swinging from the trees back and forth in the breeze, shaking, shivering because they no longer breathe. They say the stress is killing me, why can't my people see? Malicious slaughter so many black families. Missing links within our society. It's an atrocity, hypocrisy of our democracy. I just want to run free, but my conscience won't let me flee. So I grit my teeth and bear the heat. Hell, it's a struggle every day to travel the business streets as I drive past body bags stuffed with casualties, exposed to the lights that third eyes cannot see, blinded by this world's artificial theories. Man, we got vultures and senate seats too high for us to reach. Preparing for the feast, they sharpen their talons and beak. From the soul, they strip your meat from your domes to your feet, chomping and chewing to nourish, menace, deplete. Overcast demands, you can't see past the trash, make you wonder real fast, how many of us gonna last? Thunderclouds in the air bang the decaying stench, the polluted tap water that you and I drink, destroying our morals and the way that people think. Just like the Titanic, I pray to God we don't sink. Y'all better wake up and think. But you know what I'm saying?
Man, that's so dope right there.
Man, hey man, I ain't done no poetry in a while, man. I gotta get back, but that where it come from though, man.
Hey,
We used to now imagine by I ain't done that in a while,
Right.
but it's still in there. I mean, I'm singing and stuff now, but imagine about 5 dudes. Back then we was out there, you know, every somebody got some drinkers. I'm be honest with you, they smoking and drink. We out there, and we sitting there on the street light. You know what I'm saying? Not no classroom, boardroom. These straight street people, but we sitting there passing that cipher around, just spitting poetry that we write. And it was, I mean, the energy was just so tight, and what we was saying, man, was just so hard. And you go from there to where stuff has done evolved to now. Well, I say evolved, it's kind of done, it's regressed to. But these are people that I know some of the hardest. It's people out there where I come from that's hard. Nate Love, Kush, and all them. Boy, can be all them, but they bad. But these people don't make it to the elite. I ain't gonna say they don't make it. We haven't made it yet, because what we consider the substance is not marketable in some form or fashion out there like that. But that's the stuff that I love to do. But I'm gonna give you that. If I have to give it to you in soul music, if I gotta package it up and put it in something that you can digest, I'm gonna give it to you, but it'll be a little bit at a time.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
You can give it to me in a song. You can give it to me in poetry. You can write it down for me. You can send me a text.
Boy, I'm a mutant, doc. I'm a mutant, but I might be painting one day. I might be doing that one day and stuff like that. I might be, sitting there, talking with the kids or whatever. But it's like one of my phrases, what's in your soul, brother. It's just like I'm going to use whatever talent I can to uplift and reach people and stuff.
Right.
I heard a pastor say one time is the thing that you were designed to do is what you think about daily and what you want to do daily or what you do daily and stuff like that. And it's not a day I don't get up and I have a song in my heart and stuff like that, and it's not a day that I don't think about what type of artwork that or design that I need to create, or what am I doing. I constantly am just thinking about the clock, and because we all have a time period. It may be the end of the day, it may be next second you don't be here, but I have a lot of stuff warehoused in my mind and my spirit. And so my thing is this, whatever the God bless you to do, that you feel you do daily, you think about it, whatever, focus, do that. Operate in your design. Well, you know what I'm saying? Figure out your purpose, and whatever purpose you have, use those talents to actually edify that. And the worst thing you could do is go through life. People have this thing. I think a lot of people, they don't want to get to know themselves, and they're afraid of being by themselves or living with yourself. Be comfortable in who you are and what you are, and live your life in that walk, and stop trying to pull on other people or cling to other people or try to be like other people or change yourself to make these people like you, because you'll look, and time will constantly be moving, and after a while you realize you done lived your life trying to live it for somebody else rather than what you were designed to do. And when you walk in your design, man, it's bliss, it's joy, it's happiness. You feel contentment. You feel a purpose. You feel like I have meaning and stuff. But when you constantly trying to live for somebody else, and some people are so emotional, they change so much. You constantly have to change your strategy. And you get so far away from who you are, you don't even recognize yourself no more. I remember one friend, he wanted to be with this girl so bad, man. He was infatuated by her physical and everything. And he changed up everything he was just to be with that woman. But when that woman got tired, she went and found somebody else. And he was sitting there, he said, man, I don't even know who I am. Now I got to find myself again. And I started thinking like that, how in the world? But it's easy to do. It's easy to do. And it ain't just got to be about a person. It could be a position at a job or anything. And then when that job drop you, you sitting up here trying to figure out who you are. That's right. You done lost yourself. So Lord bless me to live another 44. I'm gonna walk in what my design is for this next 44. And it don't matter if I don't become a famous star, whatever. And I don't even seek all that. That's being famous to me is doing what I like to do every day, and knowing my kids are safe and everything, and I enjoy it. And you know, I'm gonna continue to bless people with the art, the music, or whatever. However God got me to do it. I mean, we gonna do this now. That's right. You know what I'm saying? And I know it's a place for it, because as soon as I start operating in that understanding, doors have been opening for me. It's like I get it now. Once you get it, he gonna give it to you. That's right. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't gonna waste it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, I got it. Yeah. Man, that's dope, man. Well, I appreciate man, you for coming. Man, it's a pleasure meeting you. It ain't by chance. I love what you're doing here, man. This is awesome, man. We'll be back and stuff like that. And I just want to give a shout out to you know, Yolanda King Johnson and stuff like that, and everything she's doing for us. I want to give a shout out to my man Joe Solomon back home and stuff like that, David LaCrette and Kush, my man Daryl Bird, and of course the big homie Lane McCop, man. He's got some awesome things. He does catering, he does entertainment from music to you know, he tapping into fashion, and he tapping into a little bit of movies, everything. That man got his hands on everything. Very knowledgeable. He's a good hearted dude, man. He's real dude, man. Y'all, you need good people like that in your court, man. So, but y'all be looking out for us. We got some awesome stuff coming up with shows and actual events coming that we gonna be plugging the advertising. They're in the making now. So y'all just be listening out for good music and everything else under that umbrella, everything entertainment, y'all. And I want to thank you again, JR, man. You're a good brother, man. I feel your spirit. I operate on energies. People don't understand that as an artist. You ain't got to say nothing, man. I can tell by looking at your eyes and how you operate, man. You're a good dude, man. People don't understand. I always watch eyes. They the windows to the soul. Watch the brow. Like Benny Siegel said, his brow didn't match his smile. Yeah. People can laugh and smile and talk all they want in your face, but it's something about that brow, right up in there, that energy. You watch that and how people turn and greet you and stuff. And I can tell right now, man, you mean well, bro. Yeah. So y'all be blessed, man. Big Steve. One love.
Before we get out of here, do your social media. Tell everybody your social media one more time, and tell them how they can find the songs that we talked
about. My social media, you can find me on Facebook at Patrick Lewis. I do routine stuff under that. You know, it's my government name, but I keep that in the pocket for a lot of people that know me. And then you know, Big Steve Radio, and you know what I'm saying. That's also my Facebook. You can find a lot of stuff under there where I'm doing shows and advertising videos. You can find me on YouTube at Big Steve Radio, and go check that out. I got videos dating back for the past 40 years back when I was in the Elements. Awesome group, man. Hip hop is kind of my your Outkast, you know, on that level, and organized noise or something like that. And it's a mixture of spoken word and hip hop, man, and consciousness and stuff like that. If you love spoken word, hip hop, and stuff that makes that man think it's awesome. And then you got the soul music, the Southern Soul with the Love Boat, and then the group Soul Brother, my man David E. Henry Jr. Also, I can't fail to mention him and Wanda Henry. You know what I'm saying? His wife to be. And y'all look out for them. They have a band called Levels as well back home in Greenville, South Carolina. But awesome singer there. So check that out. Chris Madden as well on under that same umbrella. But I'm also on Instagram. You can find me on Instagram, Big Steve Radio, and also Big Steve _ artworks. You can find art pieces if you want something painted. Want something drawn or whatever, holler at me. I'm around.
All right. All right. Once again, we thank you for coming, brother. It's really been a pleasure, man.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for the knowledge and the jewels you dropped today.
Man,
I was out and about early this morning, and you know, our life sometimes just keep hitting
you. Yes, sir.
And we were talking this morning, man, and when we got off the phone, all that weight was gone. So I appreciate that, brother.
Man.
You know, the words you gave me this morning when we was talking, it was awesome, man.
Man, that's what yeah. I wanna hear and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And we gonna continue to bless, man. And just I encourage everybody to just stay encouraged, man, and don't give up on you. Don't give up on your dreams, man. Right. And what you want to operate in, your desire. Right. And stuff. Find your purpose, what you're here to do, and put together your resources, your talents to make that thing happen. Because you're not here for yourself. You're here to help somebody else, man. The truth be told behind that. And see, just by some of the stuff that I've done today, I've helped this brother right here.
Oh yeah.
And from what he extracted, what I have given him, he's gonna take, and that thing is gonna manifest, and he gonna help somebody else. And it's right. Like, man, that thing builds, man. People don't get that. That's right. So that's what it's for, man.
Yeah, man. You fill me up.
Yep.
I feel good. Now I was with my wife. Yeah. You know, I show her that love. Now I'm feeling better. So now I want to love on her. So now she feel better. Now she want to love on the kids. Just keeps going.
It passes around, man.
It does. That good energy, man. But as you guys can see, my granddaughter's in the back and she's getting restless. So we're gonna wrap this up. This has been another episode, Studio125 Multimedia Complex, local artist highlight. I am your host, J.R. King. Again, I'm here with Big Steve. Thank you guys for tuning in. Peace.
All right. I'm gonna rise so high, like an eagle in the sky. Spread my wings and fly above all this darkness. Break these chains that bind my spirit, Lord, my mind. Elevate, levitate away from this place, away from this place. Away from this place. What you know, JR? What you know, man? I'm still